I think I heard you mention this once. If I'm wrong, just ignore me. But is there a song on Girl that like you thought sounded like a Dolly song, but then you like reached out to her and she's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's like any songwriter's worst fear is unintentionally being on top of a melody that already exists. And, it happens more than you think. I think when I write with so many different people and, play the song so many times for, loved ones before it ever gets, to the public, there's always like checks and balances of like, ooh, we should change this because this melody is a little bit too close to
Mhm.
this other song. But yeah, there's a song on my second record called All My Favorite People. And I remember it was like 2 weeks till the record was out. And my mom was actually the one that was like, I kind of noticed the verse melody sounds a little bit like 9 to 5. And I was like, I felt like my stomach dropped because I was like, what? Like my mom wouldn't, you know, try to fuck with me. So
Your mom, out of all people.
yeah, I know. She wouldn't do that. So she was genuinely like trying to give me a heads up, and I listened to it immediately and I was like, da 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 da. It was close enough to me to 9 to 5, and I was like, fuck. Like you just feel so shit. And I was like, can we reach out to Dolly Parton's people? How, like, I don't think she has a cell phone. Like, she uses like a fax machine. And so
real.
I remember like writing something to her of like, hi. And I don't think I'd met her at this point, or maybe I had, I can't remember, but I was like, I love you so much. No, I had worked with her actually. No, I didn't. I don't remember. Anyways, I have since, thank God. But no, I was just like, oh my God, I've done this thing. You write so many songs and everything is, kind of in existence already.
Oh, yeah.
But you try to separate yourself from, music that's been not, released in the last 60 years. You'd like to stay off of. It's not public domain yet. Like, happy birthday. But no, I just was like, I'm so sorry. This was an honest mistake. I would love to give you a percentage of the writing credit because I would never do this intentionally, but it sounds close enough to me. And she wrote back or faxed back. She was like, oh my gosh, honey, you're all good. And she didn't take any scent of it. And it wasn't like, it didn't end up being like a single or anything like that, but it was on the record.
Yeah, she would have made something.
Yeah, like it was on the same record with The Bones and Girl. And, it was just, yeah, I mean, I think also a lot of other artists are litigious.
Yeah.
And I've had friends, be sued over copyright or, feeling like a melody was too close to someone else's or, it's such a nightmare for songwriters who are already like, also so underpaid.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's like songwriter insurance for that very, occasion because sometimes, you're sued and people like, it luckily hasn't happened to me, but I've had people wait until the song has peaked and
To come after you.
like, not after me,
No,
but like to
the
their
person.
song.
Yes, yeah,
Because
yeah.
they want the record to be fully paid out and then fall off the chart, and then that's when they'll sue them, which is so fucked. Like,
People suck.
they really do. I mean, I just would never do that to someone, and so Dolly, she probably doesn't even remember this also because she's just like Dolly Parton. She's got enough going on. She's huge. She has her own fucking theme park. But I was like, little old me coming at you being like, would you like to write your percentage? She's like, girl, we're good. No, but it was very cool. It was
Keep your pennies.
yeah, keep your pennies, bitch. No, she didn't say that. She would never say that. But no, it was so cool of her and like solidified her, even if she hadn't been before, which she was, just legend status. And also like she's a songwriter's writer. Like she gives a shit about that. She didn't let Elvis record I Will Always Love You because he was gonna like take I think, a huge chunk of the writer credit. And she was like, thanks, but no thanks.
Advocates like her are the only reason why songwriters have the chance of having a profitable future and keeping this thing alive, because it's like really dire out there.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
really rough.
They are definitely the last to be paid as a songwriter in this industry. And it's just, it sucks. Like, most of my friends like have to get like second or third jobs because there's no salary, like, because we're all independent contractors. So like people that are not an artist like myself and can tour or, have performance royalties or sell, merch at the show, like, it's just, yeah, they definitely need advocates because, I mean, the song doesn't exist without them.
No, and there's very little reason why somebody should like get into songwriting today.
No, I know. Yeah,
there's
right.
very little upside to it. So
yeah,
it's like
you have to be like super creative and like do some weird version of it to make a profit in this moment. And that kind of goes for artists too. Like, but no, there's an amazing organization actually in Nashville called NSAI, and it's basically like a union for them. But we definitely need like a songwriter union.